For shower. Returning home, Tang Shishir immediately began to go online. However, before that, she still thoughtfully told Chu Feng something. After all, he was about to battle the Demon Emperor. The man was only slightly weaker than her. In the midst of a who's who death struggle, trying to take the other side down was not something that could be done in a moment's time. Okay, if there's anything, talk to me directly. Don't carry it alone. At that moment, Chu Feng also realized that something big might have happened over there. However, strength, he couldn't help the other party. However, with his current strength, he couldn't help the other party. Still, he subconsciously inquired, "Alright, I don't really need you to pay attention to my business. I'll come over to you when I'm done." With a soft smile, Tang Shishir went straight online. "Yu Xianer, how are the arrangements going on your side? This time we must cripple the other side and let them know that we are not so easy to bully." Things were still really exactly as she remembered them from before. 3 days after her return, the Demon Emperor went after the demon race's people in the Death Canyon. And, still, all at once is hard. Straight away, there were numerous Heaven Realm, Mortalization Realm, and even true Immortal Realm powerhouses. It directly surrounded the people from the 7 clans of the Demon Clan. There was a raid on them. In their last life, the demon race was from this time, step by step, tragically suffered the other party's poisonous hand. From there, the people of the demon race directly became the prey of the other side. However, in this life, since she has memories in make a defense 3 days before, it directly caused the Demon Emperor's surprise attack to fail. Instead, quite a few strong people have fallen here, and, at that point in time, their 2 clans also tore their faces off, straight to war. However, due to the 2 lines of war of the demon race, directly against the human race and the pressure of the demon race side, it led to an extreme loss on their side. The 2 sides went to war, and it was a losing battle. For a while, the morale of those on the demon race's side fell to the bottom. If it wasn't for the fact that she, Tang Shishir, had been extremely prestigious and vocal on the side of the demon race for hundreds of years, suppressing the news from this side of the world, and holding up a big flag in the air, the demon side has long since collapsed. However, in her meditations, Tang Shishir found a way out, and come up with a plan to turn things around. Now that she had finished messing with Chu Feng's side of things, she began to implement her plan right then and there. "Lord Demon Emperor, the 7 clans of the demon race on our side are all ready. The strongest people within the clan can go to war with the other side at any time, and once they fight, it will definitely cause the people on the demon clan side to suffer a big loss." Yu Xianer knew that Tang Shishir had inquired with formal words, then she had to return to normalcy as well. It was an unspoken agreement amongst the 2 of them. "Okay, let's start getting ready then." 3 days later, the Demon Emperor will definitely die in the Dragon King Valley. A cold aura flickered in Tang Shishir's eyes. This time, she was going to excise all of the trouble on the demon race's side, making it impossible for the other side to trouble the demon race anymore. Most importantly, to avenge the last life. Although she was a demon emperor, she was also a woman. Women, on the other hand, can be notoriously careful. End of chapter. Chapter 102 The Secret World. Chapter 102 The Secret World. Peaceful town. Chu Feng looked at the town where people were coming and going, and could not help but smile slightly. After his observation, there were very few people here searching for the place where the divine pill was located. Now it's time to find the opportunity. Chu Feng stepped into the town and quickly advanced. In a short while, he landed in an inn. He needed to land over here and ask around a bit about what was going on before he said anything. Rediscover a treasure trove and explore the treasures. Enter. Chu Feng instructed Xiaoer not to come over and disturb him during the time he was in seclusion. He then opened the Valley of 10,000 Medicines and walked in. Not long after, he stepped back into the 10,000 Medicine Valley, a secret realm that belonged to him alone. Previously, due to the fear of being explored, Chu Feng had merely given this secret realm to his men. It wasn't completely swept and scrutinized. One should know that the Divine Pill mountain range alone was tens of miles in size. This is just the core of the Valley of 10,000 Medicines. It's just a tiny part of it, not even 1% of it. But that little spot was enough for him to explore. Now he came in and just did a quick search to see if he had missed anything. Well, it's not bad here. It's a good place to cultivate spirit medicines. And it's also extremely beneficial for those who cultivate body training techniques. After some exploration, Chu Feng did not find any missed secret realms. Still, he had a great deal to gain. The first step is to find dozens of acres of spiritual land. This spiritual land has 3 levels, low, medium and high. The aura and vitality on it were extremely dense. It's a good place to cultivate elixirs. As for a good place to cultivate physical arts was, among the heavenly stairs, assuming that every moment on it is fast practice, then under that kind of pressure, the press for the human body is extremely high. You can build up your body quickly. However, Chu Feng did not cultivate physical arts at the moment. This piece of treasure, therefore, was of little use to him. However, Chu Feng had already picked most of the spirit medicines on it. Due to the fact that Chu Feng had closed the secret realm too suddenly earlier, no one in the secret realm had noticed. As a direct result, they didn't pick down the spirit medicine inside. Straight away, Chu Feng fattened up in a wave. Soul-shattering fruit. 4th grade spirit fruit. Good stuff. Eat up. Kumquat grass. A 5th grade soul elixir. Eat up. Earth spirit prana. An elixir made over tens of thousands of years. Good stuff. Eat it too. Chu Feng took out the spirit medicines he had collected one by one and placed them in front of him, and then swallow it in one bite. The food can be juicy and flavorful. It caused Chu Feng's entire person to float as if he was about to become immortal. The whole thing was half asleep. A full half hour or so had passed before Chu Feng opened his eyes. In a flash, a dense, extremely sparkling light flashed in his eyes. Intimidating and extremely amazing. A good while passed before this glow disappeared. Although this will require a lot of these medicinal effects to be wasted, it's already extremely good for me. After all, I don't have such a high-ranked alchemist on my side. After radiating his divine thoughts out and seeing that they were already able to densely cover an area the size of 10 miles in a circle, a trace of complexity flashed through Chu Feng's divine eyes. After all, he was hemorrhaging money this time. One must know that in order to be able to ascend to this point, he had not only eaten divine pills, causing the divine idea to be born in advance, and, most importantly, he had also taken most of the spirit medicines related to the divine soul in the 10,000 medicine valley. Eat it all. In here, there are level 4, level 5, level 8 and so on level spirit medicine. If you take it to alchemy, the utility that was exerted definitely did not merely cause Chu Feng's divine thoughts to be raised to the size of a 10-mile range. However, who let Chu Feng be bold? A direct hand of pokies. Now that I'm still able to raise my strength a bit, let's raise a layer, and take advantage of the divine soul breakthrough. Without doing anything, Chu Feng took out all of the strength-boosting spirit medicines that he had picked in passing. Clicky, clicky, under a few mouthfuls, it was swallowed directly inside the stomach. Drink! Break it for me! As the spirit medicine went down, a rich spiritual energy surged into Chu Feng's dantian in a split second, rapidly enhancing his strength, while also breaking an underworldly shackle. It caused Chu Feng to directly break through to the middle stage of the spirit realm. This strength is also a minor existence in the immortal demon continent. That's great. Thinking back to the fact that his strength had increased so much in a short period of time, Chu Feng could not help but reveal a wave of joy in his complexion. Well, it's time to contact that girl. After a small trial and error of recollecting the feeling of soaring, Chu Feng took out Xiao Qian's summoning talisman. Coquette, where are you? Ha, Gongzi, you came out? Great. Xiao Qian opened the summoning talisman with surprise on her face and replied with extreme joy. You this? Speaking as if I'm going to have an accident. Gongzi, is Gongzi such a weakling? As Chu Feng looked at the reply, his forehead could not help but darken. My lord, that's not what I meant. Xiao Qian also realized that she was wrong at this time, and immediately wanted to explain. Okay, what's going on? I'll talk about it when I get over there. Where are you now? Without waiting for her to explain, Chu Feng directly interrupted her. I'm in the Pill King sect. If you come back, you can rendezvous at Maple Leaf Town. Okay. Chu Feng nodded, a little smile appearing on his face. Putting the communication talisman down, Xiao Qian couldn't help but spit out her tongue, looking extremely quirky. She had been in this Medicine King sect for several days. Due to her extreme talent, the people of the Pill King sect were obedient to her. Give what you want. But, after a few days, she'd long since lost interest in playing with them. If it wasn't for the fact that Chu Feng had previously agreed with her to join in the Medicine King sect and wait for Chu Feng to return from exploring the secret realm, and she actually left the place and ran off to roam the town. This little ninny, she's no slouch either. Chu Feng put down the communication talisman and could not help but smile. He was used to Xiao Qian's reaction, but habits are habits, and what's done is done. It doesn't change just because Coquette is cute. It's his style of doing things. Maple Leaf Town. Go! In the next instant, Chu Feng utilized the 10,000 Medicine Valley's origin power and directly arrived outside Maple Leaf Town. Where to now, my lord? Xiao Qian looked at Chu Feng, who was calm and carefree in front of her, and could not help but be slightly stunned. After she followed Chu Feng's arrangement, she came to Maple Leaf Town to rendezvous. The two of them had been wandering around in Maple Leaf Town like this for a full half day. Even she, who was extremely interested in wild landscapes, was numb in her mind at this point as she looked at 1,000 landscapes. Let's stroll around first. Chu Feng did not know what to do at this moment. The cultivation level had just been raised, so there was no need to close the door. The secret world hasn't been heard of opening anywhere lately either. The surrounding area seemed to be quite calm, and there wasn't much fighting to engage in. After a bit of thinking, he was only able to wander around in a depressed manner. See if you can come across anything else. These words made Xiao Qian's brain emerge with a large black line to come. The mind couldn't help but spit out how bored this male had to be able to do such a thing. People of the Pill King sect, you don't want to escape. The secret realm you've been lurking in has been leaked, and all of the surrounding great sect disciples have come over. Go away and leave me alone. Bring back the information from this side, and have the patriarch lead his disciples to leave quickly. A clamor came from the dense forest. Before Chu Feng and the two of them could react, the two of them crashed into two groups of people. This fellow Daoist, can you help us out? If you help us block the people behind us, our Pill King sect can pay you enough. Black Moon Tower is on business. Unrelated people, hurry up and get out of the way. The two teams encountered Chu Feng and the others. When the moment came to show different looks, the 4 or 5 people running in front were miserable and had numerous wounds on their bodies. As soon as they saw the two of them in Chu Feng, a flash of hope flashed in their eyes at that moment. At that moment, he begged for help from the two Chu Fengs. The pursuers behind them, on the other hand, were as many as a dozen. Each one wore a black robe with a demonic half-moon embroidered on their chest. It looked spooky and bloody. As soon as they saw the two of them in Chu Feng, a look of vigilance immediately appeared in their eyes. But after probing into Chu Feng's cultivation, he immediately went wild and immediately rebuked. You're from the Pill King sect? Chu Feng did not express any indication regarding the rebuke of the people who called themselves Black Moon Tower and the others behind him, and instead, he inquired about the words of the several people in front of him. Yes, you are. Seeing Chu Feng inquire in this manner, the leader replied with extreme joy. His real name was Li Wu, a spirit realm triple cultivator, a deacon of the Pill King sect. This time, it was the annual meeting of the Pill King sect's debriefing. He then led a few disciples under his door back. Who knew that halfway there, he suddenly heard that the Pill King sect had a hidden secret realm. Numerous sects immediately rained death on the Pill King sect's people. Even an assassin organization like the Black Moon Tower had a mission for the Pill King sect, a small sect. On top of it, at that moment, on his way back, he encountered an interception from the Black Moon Tower. If it wasn't for his strength, he would have died halfway through, or get caught and become a hostage of the other side. Get the hell out of here or... Looking at the two excessively young teenage girls in front of him, whose strength manifested as the first level of the spirit realm, the leader of the Black Moon Tower chortled impatiently. This gentleman, you'd better hurry up and leave. Disciples, follow me and run away. Just 4 or 5 more miles and we'll be in Maple Leaf Town, and then we'll be alive. After Li Wu sensed the cultivation level of Chu Feng's two people, he immediately advised Chu Feng's two people, and then, immediately, he called out to the door to quickly disperse and flee. Black Moon House? What's that? Never even heard of it. Chu Feng looked at the other party and let out a cold cry. A fierce aura exploded out. It directly startled the people of Black Moon House. The 4th level of the spirit realm? Pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger? Black Moon Tower was originally startled by Chu Feng's fierce aura, but upon sensing that the other party's cultivation was no different from their own, and that they were still far fewer in number, at that moment, they let out a cold laugh to come, a mockery that directly covered the surroundings. Kill. For the other party's taunts, Chu Feng only had the option of sending the other party on a hop up the road. He was too lazy to talk to these people with blood on their hands. Divine thought suppression. For elephant sword style. At that moment, a huge divine thought emanated out from Chu Feng's body, directly confining the surroundings. God's thoughts? Xian Realm Cultivator? The Black Moon Towers and the others were immediately terrified under Chu Feng's divine thought. At that moment, he asked for forgiveness. However, Chu Feng, who had gone through so much experience, was now no longer in existence with a bursting motherly heart. In 3 or 5 swords, he had chopped these stinking fish and shrimps to the ground. Looking at the limbs on the ground, and the bloody scene, in a flash, the Pill King sect disciples who had followed Li Wu's escape were all bent over, vomiting. This senior, are you? Li Mu also knew at this time that he had encountered a nobleman, and immediately respectfully stepped forward to inquire about these two seniors in front of him. We are disciples of the Pill King sect. Is it true that a secret realm has been discovered inside the Pill King sect? Chu Feng waved his hand and inquired extremely gently. This, Li Mu glanced at the kindly two people in front of him, recalled their powerful strength, and finally admitted it. Yes, but there's a lot of crisis in there. The average person who goes in there won't have the life to come back alive. Surprisingly, it's true, Chao Qian. It looks like we have something to do. After receiving an affirmative answer, Xu Feng revealed a smile.